Hello and welcome to this Learn at Home lesson. This is the first of two geography lessons for children in lower key stage 2, so that's year 3 and year 4, aged 7 to 9. On screen now is a list of everything you will need to take part in today's lesson. When you see the pause icon appear on screen, pause the video and take a moment to think about the question I've just asked you. If you're working with someone, you can talk about your ideas. Do you have everything you need? Let's get started. These geography lessons are all about Italy, and by the end of today's lesson we're going to know all about the famous cities and landmarks of Italy. Today we're going to be exploring the human geography of Italy. What do you think this means? Human geography is all about how people interact with the world around them. It includes things such as communities, culture, how the land is used, and trade links. Do you know anything about the human geography of Italy? Today you're going to explore the human geography of Italy by exploring different cities and their landmarks. If you're working with a partner, talk to them now and see how many different Italian cities you can name. Perhaps you know the locations of some famous Italian landmarks. If you're working on your own, that's fine too. Think about the Italian cities you can name and perhaps jot them down on a piece of paper. So now let's look together at some famous Italian landmarks. Do you know what this famous landmark is called and which city it can be found in? Did you recognise this one? It's the Colosseum in the centre of Rome. The Colosseum was a huge open-air venue known as an amphitheatre, and it was built by the Romans between 72 and 80 AD. It's estimated to have held around 65,000 people who came to watch gladiatorial contests, executions, animal hunts, and even plays based on classical mythology. Do you know what this famous landmark is called? Which city can it be found in? This is the Grand Canal in Venice. It's an important water traffic corridor in the city. There's many water buses, water taxis and gondolas all travelling along it each day. It's 3.8 kilometres long and as much as 90 metres wide in some places. Do you know what this famous landmark is called? Which city is it found in? This is the Piazza del Duomo, which means Cathedral Square. It's the main piazza in Milan and it's in the very centre of the city. It's dominated by the Milan Cathedral and it includes some of the most important historic buildings in Milan. Do you know what this famous landmark is called? Which city is it found in? This is the Ponte Vecchio, meaning Old Bridge. It crosses the Arno River in Florence and it's famous because of the shops built onto it. Originally, these shops were butchers, but nowadays they belong to jewellers, art dealers and souvenir sellers. And finally, do you know what this famous landmark is called? Which city is it found in? I'll give you a big clue. The name of it also contains the city it is in. Did you recognise this one? It is of course the Leaning Tower of Pisa, in Pisa. It is the freestanding bell tower of the Pisa Cathedral, and you can see the main building of the cathedral in that photo. The tilt began during the construction of the tower, and this was because the ground was too soft on one side. Due to these complications, it took a long time to build. Work first began in 1173, and it wasn't finished until 1372. That means it took an incredible 199 years to complete. Now, some people have said that the tower should be straightened, but what do you think? On screen now is an unmarked map of Italy. How many of the 5 cities that we've looked at do you think you could locate on this map? What could you use to help you locate them? Here, the 5 cities have been marked on the map. But do you know which region each of these cities is in? This much more detailed map of Italy includes the names of the regions. You can see that Milan is in Lombardy. Pisa and Florence are in Tuscany. Venice is in Veneto and Rome is in Latium. Apart from Pisa, all of these cities are the capitals of their region. So now you've learnt a little about Italy's cities and some of their famous landmarks, it's time for you to do some research yourself. Let's take a look at today's activity. The activity sheets that come with this Learn at Home lesson include a huge number of resources to help you do more research about Italian cities and their landmarks. We've included a fact file and a set of picture cards for each of the 5 cities that we've looked at today. And I'm scrolling through some of those on screen now, but of course you can take a look at them in your own time. Your task today is to design and write a postcard from one of those Italian cities as if you were there on holiday. So you'll need to focus your research on just one of the 5 cities we've looked at. Once you've done some research, so you've looked at those fact files and the pictures, maybe looked back at the slides as well, it's time to design and write your postcard. You can see on screen now the worksheet includes the front and back of a postcard design, so you could use those. You'll need to design the front of it with some pictures, perhaps showing some of the landmarks of the city you chose. On the back of the postcard, you'll have to decide firstly who you're writing your postcard to, and then what information you'll include in your message. So that might be some information about some of the things that you've seen on your holiday, those landmarks in that Italian city. Now, if you can't print these out or you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. You can just look at them on screen, and then when you're ready, you can design and write your postcard perhaps on plain paper or maybe on a piece of card. You could even do it using art software on a computer. The choice is yours, and whichever you choose, that's absolutely fine. Hopefully you've been inspired to carry on doing a little bit more learning about Italian cities and their landmarks for yourself. If you want to, after today's lesson, you could carry on doing some research. You could use books or the internet to find out more about some Italian cities, and you could even create a slideshow presentation of your own to show what you've learned. Thanks for joining me for this Learn at Home lesson. You'll find information about this lesson as well as others in the series in the description below this video. But if you've not yet got your hands on the resources that accompany this lesson, or maybe you've just come across this video for the first time on YouTube, stick around to find out how you can download the Learn at Home lesson packs, as well as accessing thousands of resources which are ideal for teaching and learning at home or at school, all from PlanBee.com. For more information, advice and resources for learning at home, search for PlanBee or visit PlanBee.com. The Home Education page is packed with information about how we can help you with teaching your children at home. As well as thousands of premium resources, including the Learn at Home lesson packs which accompany these videos, there are hundreds of free resources available to download as well. Don't forget to check the links and information in the description below this video for other ways in which PlanBee can help you with learning at home.